Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Regular Beer Reviews, where regular doesn't refer to the beers being reviewed, but to the reviewer, myself. I'm Jesse, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing a beer that I've had a couple times before. It's another one from Samuel Adams. This is their Irish Red. This is in their spring pack. I'm just finishing off the spring pack. I got one more from that variety pack that I'm going to be doing a review on. So let's look at the numbers on this beer. Beer Advocate gives it a 79, which is just okay, and that's with 1,992 ratings. The Bros give it a 70, which is just okay, and Rate Beer gives it a 55 overall with an 87 for the style. So those numbers are kind of average, kind of mediocre. It has an ABV of 5.8%, a year-round availability, and the style is obviously an Irish Red Ale. I'm not sure what the IBUs are on it, though. And if you didn't know, Samuel Adams is the Boston Beer Company out of Boston, Massachusetts. So let's go ahead and read what it says on the bottle here. It says, deep russet in color, our Irish Red is full of hearty, roasty character inspired by the red ales of Ireland. Brewed to suit the cool, rainy days or any time in a pub, we use roasted caramel malts for a rich, smooth malt backbone and balance them with earthy English hops for a comforting and satisfying brew. Cheers. Yeah, that's funny. Brewed to suit the cool rainy days or any time in a pub, because that's what a fucking Irishman is going to be. No offense to the Irish people. I heard a joke the other day that was extremely, I guess it would be extremely offensive to the Irish. I mean, I'm half Irish, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. How many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman? None. I laughed my ass off at that. I thought that was the funniest thing. But anyway, let's go ahead and get an appearance on this. Alright, very nice appearance for a red ale. It is nice copper color, red tinges coming through, very light mahogany brown. I'm seeing a good amount of carbonation streaming up, tons of bubbles from the bottom. It has about a half finger, light beige, slightly off-white head. Kind of big bubbles, though, appears to be dissipating, same word, going away quickly. Let's go ahead and get a nose on this. Slightly roasty, caramel malts, toffee, a little bit of hops in the background, picking up a little bit of hops. They're slightly like piney, maybe a little bit floral, but not heavy at all. The malts definitely outweigh them. You can almost smell maybe the yeast or something in there. It's kind of a very, very light breadiness. But other than that, I'm not really smelling a ton. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Yeah, that's nice on the flavor. Pretty carbonated on the mouthfeel. Light mouthfeel. Wouldn't say watery by any means, but a light mouthfeel. I'm tasting up front, definitely getting that kind of caramely, more toffee, light caramel, malts. It's a little more bready on the flavor than it is on the nose. More bready, yeasty. It almost tastes like in the background I'm getting a hint of booziness, but I mean, at only 5.8%, I wouldn't think that. But this beer isn't super flavorful either, though, so any booziness that is there isn't like really well covered. But it almost, and I could be wrong, but it almost tastes like on the end. That's what I'm picking up, is a little bit of booziness. There is kind of a floral note there. It's very earthy. Tastes like it might be from the hops. It's like mid to back of the palate. This beer is a little more dry than I would normally expect from a red ale, but I mean, it's all right. It's okay. I think that it's all right. I mean, 5.8%. It's basically like a Budweiser, just a little higher on the ABV, so it's pretty sessionable. Certainly drinkable. I think I'm going to give Samuel Adams Irish Red, I think I'm going to give this beer a 7 out of 10. which is average. Because I think it's kind of an average beer. It's got good, which, to be perfectly honest, and I'm not trying to sound biased, but I'm not a huge fan of red ales. I'm not. But this is pretty average for a red ale. I've had a few that I didn't like as much, and I've had a few that I liked better. So I'd say this is pretty average from, what I've had. This is kind of my perception of an average red ale. So it's not amazing. I mean, like, I definitely like it better than like Smithwick's or Killigan's or something. But um, there's there was one, oh, I can't even remember the name. There was one that I picked up at ABC a few months ago, and I was gonna do a review on it, but I ended up just drinking it, and I didn't do the review. Oh God, I can't remember what it was called. Um, yeah, I can't remember what it was called, but it was a red ale that I picked up, and I liked it. I liked it more than this, but God, I can't remember the name. In the next review I do, I'm gonna look it up because I always keep the labels from every new beer I have to make these collages. I'm gonna do next time I do a review, I'm gonna mention what beer that was because that's gonna bug the shit out of me. Once I figure that it was some red ale, and I've been meaning to pick another one up so I can do a review on it because I did like it better than this. But anyway, this is pretty average for what I would expect a red ale to be. It's not a bad beer by any means. It's certainly good. It's certainly drinkable. But I'm not a huge fan of this style. If your favorite style is an Irish red ale, I think you would love this beer. But it's not really jumping out at me. But a 7 out of 10. That's a C. I feel like that's a good score for this. It burps well though. Excuse me. And it's all right. It's an okay beer. So anyway, again, a 7 out of 10 for Samuel Adams Irish Red. I I can't remember if I did a review. They did one called Ruby Red that was in their fall seasonal, and I don't think, I'm pretty sure I did not. No, I never did a review on that. They did one called Ruby Red in their fall pack, and that one, I believe it was a red ale. I can't really remember a lot about it. I'm thinking it was a red ale from the name, and I didn't even think about it when I drank it. I mean, there was two of them in the variety pack, but I want to say it was a red ale, but I honestly, because I can't remember enough about it, I can't compare it to this. But yeah, I don't even remember, but I want to say this was better than that, but I can't even remember anything. I can't remember a lot about it, even if it actually was a red ale. I believe it was, but shit, I can't remember. But anyway, yeah. So this is it's all right. Again, it's a C for me, which is a 7 out of 10. That's a 70. That's a C. So it's all right. Pick it up if you see it. It's all right. So thank you for watching, and keep watching again in the future for more reviews. Prost. Yeah, yeah.